Donald Trump's recent demand for a staggering payback from Ukraine has sparked international outrage. Recently, the UK's Telegraph newspaper published terms of a secret deal proposed by America to Ukraine. The proposal goes something like this. In return for the economic and military support that America has provided Ukraine, Washington will receive significant rights over Ukraine's mineral resources, oil and gas resources, ports, and other infrastructure. The United States and Ukraine will establish a joint fund which would grant the United States significant control over Ukraine's resources. Under the deal, the US would receive 50% of revenues from Ukraine's natural resources, ports, and infrastructure, alongside half the value of new resource licenses. Washington would also potentially have preferential rights on the export of minerals from Ukraine into the global market. Governed by New York law, the agreement could also grant the US sovereign immunity, shifting legal power in its favor. Critics have likened the proposal to economic colonization. Trump's demand, which covers Ukraine's critical minerals, oil, gas, and key infrastructure, has left officials in Kyiv reeling. Trump has justified his stance by citing America's financial and military aid to Ukraine throughout its war with Russia. He argues that the United States, having invested heavily in Ukraine's defense, is entitled to a significant return on that investment. Trump has also subtly hinted that Ukraine could become Russian if it doesn't support this deal. Trump's critics have described the proposed agreement as an unprecedented act of overreach, which would violate national laws and threaten Ukraine's sovereignty. Ukraine does possess vast deposits of critical minerals, including titanium, lithium, graphite, and rare earth elements. These are essential for modern industries ranging from renewable energy to aerospace and defense. By some estimates, the value of these resources is estimated in the trillions of dollars. At present, China has strategic control over a large part of the world's supply of rare earth metals and other key materials. It has used this leverage to its advantage. China has restricted exports of graphite in a bid to hurt American industries such as car making. So developing alternative sources of supply, such as those in Ukraine, would be strategically beneficial. Of course, the value of Ukraine's deposits of minerals and resources has been exaggerated in some cases, especially when it comes to elements like lithium. Still, Ukraine's natural resources are undoubtedly strategically beneficial. But Trump's proposal is also deeply offensive to many in Ukraine and in Europe generally. Critics say that Trump is effectively offering a choice between military colonization by Russia and economic colonization by America. European nations have also been interested in developing Ukraine's supply of natural resources for their own use. So America's efforts to monopolize Ukraine's natural resources becomes a problem for them. Trump's plan would ensure that any future extraction and export profits would flow primarily to the United States, rather than to Ukraine itself. While Ukraine may seek to negotiate more favorable terms, Trump's aggressive approach has already cast a shadow over the future of US-Ukraine relations. Whether the proposal will materialize or face resistance from within the American government remains to be seen, but its implications for Ukraine's sovereignty and global geopolitics are profound. Bureau Report, India Today Global.